everyone, and welcome back to Allthemodium to the sky. In the last episode, we set up a fission reactor for our chemistry over there, and that wasn't the only thing we did. We also discovered something phenomenal, and that is we can create pretty much a recipe for every single possible fusion and fission recipe, which means every single possible chemical as far as I'm aware, and then we can essentially make anything we ever want. Now it'll be a little bit tedious to do it, so we might do it at some point in this episode. We'll have to see, or at least give it a go and start doing it. But there is something else we need to get started, which also should be relatively easy to do. I want to make this dirt border, you know what I mean, or like a dirt platform, like a really big dirt thing, like a massive dirt circle almost, right? And then surround the edges with trees, so that from our perspective, we're in like the overworld almost, you know what I mean? But it'll be like a floating, I don't know, dirt thing. So I kind of want to do that. Now, we might not build it this episode, but what we can do is we can figure out how we're going to get our hands on dirt. Now, there's a few options to get dirt. One is you can compost just things, right? You can chuck a bunch of scrap in there and you'll get yourself some dirt. Another option is you could craft it with some sand and compost and stuff. You could grow it. You could farm it from bees. That's obvious. Now, you can get it from a combiner, which is tempting. The only issue I have with this guy is I feel like it would be extremely slow. I mean, this guy, like the combiners aren't the fastest things ever, and I don't think there's really any speed upgrades as far as I'm aware, so we would probably need a lot of combiners, which, I mean, I wouldn't put it past us as something we could make, but it seems like a lot of work for potentially not really being worth it. The barrels, this is honestly a good option. If we continue through here, there's combining biomass with sand. Not a bad option. You can speed these guys up pretty fast. And then, the bees, and you can also sieve it. The option we're probably going to do is the sieve. The sieve option is phenomenal. It's really, 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 really good. Essentially, one coarse dirt gives you one dirt. Guaranteed. 100%. But there's also a 40% chance to get an extra one, and a 40% chance to get an extra gravel. Now, why does any of that matter? Well, those are literally just bonuses. You can still profit off it without that 40%. So one coarse dirt equals one guaranteed dirt. And to make a coarse dirt, you only use 2 pieces of dirt to make 4, right? So essentially, we're doubling our dirt. I mean, we're losing gravel, but we've got infinite gravel already from just our cobble gen and hammerers. So we essentially just keep doubling our dirt as long as we keep doing this recipe, which is really, really, really good. So that's what we're going to do. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now, we could set it up to be honest, we could pretty much do this exact setup here. Now, in terms of the stuff we have here, this guy is full. Our system has the 1,000 that we've ordered. If we want to, we could bump this up to 2,000. The reason I kind of want to do that is because if we're going to have a second sieve sort of using some of that gravel, we probably want, a little bit more backed up. And then I think we'll just add it onto here, and we'll see how this works. I'm not entirely sure how to go about doing this, I guess. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh God. I think we could. Shift when you place it to have it be placed well. I think what we would want to do is open up one of these guys, drag in our coarse dirt. I'll have to make like a recipe for it. And then we'll say how much coarse dirt do we want? Keep 1,000. It's a lot, but I mean, why not, I guess? And then we'll have it craft like a stack at a time. That seems pretty fair. We'll have it do that. Awesome. So next up, the coarse dirt recipe, because I don't believe we have coarse dirt as a recipe. Nope. So we'll place this one in using the gravel. Now, once again, for coarse dirt, there are some other options. For example, dirt and a little bit of mana. So that's another option, which isn't too bad. You could drying basin dirt or mechanical drying basin dirt. And honestly, they're not bad ideas because, I guess they kind of are bad ideas because we're not really gaining anything from this. We're just... Yeah, I guess the benefit would be you could still sieve it and you'd still get that 40% chance bonus. But I'll be honest, just crafting the stuff using up some gravel is by far the best option. So we'll grab this pattern, we'll bring it over here, see if there's room for it. Yep, it can go in there. Oh, did we? I didn't realize we made 2 patterns that are identical. Okay, sure. Listen, it happens. We'll just slap this guy here. And clear it. There we go. Okay, so now, in theory, if we open this guy up, we should already be crafting coarse dirt. Yeah, we've got a stack of coarse dirt being crafted at a time. You can see it's going to catch up. It's going to wait until we've got 1,000 of them in the system, and then we're good. So, what next? Well, now we need to set up the sieve. The sieve shouldn't be too big of an issue. What is it? IE? Yep, here we go. So we'll get a flux-powered sieve. Grab some blocks. That should be easy enough. Flux sieve, beautiful. Slap this guy on top. We'll get him his ender gate. Honestly, I forgot we set these up to autocraft. There's a very, very. Oh yeah, that's very helpful. Very, very helpful. Okay, so this guy's gonna go here. He'll obviously need a mesh as well. I'm gonna have to craft that up. You've seen it a million times, so I'll do most of it off camera. Okay, netherite mesh, easy peasy. So, boom, awesome. So in the system, what do we have? In terms of coarse dirt, we have 400 we have 419, cool. In terms of dirt, we have like 1, so we can't craft any more coarse dirt. And in terms of gravel, we have a decent amount. We have like 9,000, so that's pretty good. So where do we go from here? Well, I believe we're going to use the QIOs, and we're going to also use a redstone adapter. So we'll go importer, and we'll go exporter. So obviously the importer, we want that to go into the system with whatever we produce, right? That's pretty straightforward. So we'll set this guy up, storage 1, yep, send it all in there. Awesome, it's set up the same as all this. The exporter, however, this guy's going to be dropping in coarse dirt, and realistically, we only want him to do it to a certain amount, I guess. So the exporter can go there, that's fine. And then the redstone adapter is going to go on top, and he's going to determine when this guy shuts off. And so what we're going to do to figure this out is we're going to put dirt in here, and it's going to monitor the dirt levels in our system. So we'll go storage 1. It should say 1 dirt, maybe. No, I guess we've got no dirt in the system anymore. I mean, we do it. We have 1, allegedly. And it's, I don't know. It's not detecting it. It doesn't believe that we have this 1 dirt in our system. Regardless, though, I think you'll get the idea pretty soon. Now, how many do we want to store in the system? In terms of our system, just a friendly reminder, we currently can store 1 million, and we have about 300,000. I reckon we store 100,000 dirt. It's a lot, but then, like, we're set. We'll never have to worry about it ever again. I don't know, that seems like a pretty good amount. So I'm going to set this guy to 100,000. So when there's 100,000 dirt, it will output a redstone signal down here. And if we put this to inverted, this guy will turn off when he receives a redstone signal. So once we have 100,000, this guy turns off. Pretty straightforward. So then this guy is just going to export coarse dirt into here. And that should work, assuming we set it up to storage 1. Boom. Coarse dirt goes in here. This guy starts processing. We chuck in an upgrade, which I believe I need to craft. I'm going to craft 4 of these because we might have to upgrade our other machines as well. These guys over here, or if we look at the barrels even, as you can see, I actually went off camera and put in 2 of the extra upgrades we had into here. So these guys are using a lot of RF, but they're generating enough. This guy can't keep up. So we're going to have to put in our second upgrades in there. Whenever they happen to craft, I guess we can have a little sneak peek. We're waiting on the terracotta. Yeah, our smelting system's still not the greatest. We could do that this episode because, I mean, realistically, I have just set up the automation we wanted, right? For the dirt. So here, I'm going to place you there, you there, you there. That should hopefully keep all this stuff up and running. And then over on this guy, we'll give him 1 diamond upgrade, and he'll now be mowing through the coarse dirt. And what we should hopefully see is every like half stack he does, a full stack should come in here. So like this guy will, be completely self-sufficient, assuming of course that we have enough gravel. I think we will. If we don't, we can up this guy's speed as well. The only issue now would potentially be the power, but to be honest, I think this reactor's doing a pretty phenomenal job at just keeping us going here with in terms of everything. He's full of fissile fuel. This guy's not full of fissile fuel, but he's storing a bunch of fissile fuel, I'm pretty sure. He's storing it somewhere. Maybe even in here. Yeah, look, we've got like 2,000 buckets of fissile fuel, which is a lot. Cool. Yeah, cool. Nice. Awesome. Wonderful. Where are we? Well, so our polonium at the moment, it's all just like storing what? In here, being turned into polonium, isn't it? Do we want it all in polonium form? Or do we want some of it in this polonium form? I'll tell you what. Having messed around with all this stuff in AE2 recently on just Allthemodium 7, we probably want to upgrade all this stuff with just an AE2 like crafting recipe. Or at the very least, at this side, I'm fine with this. This can probably stay as it is. But at the very least, I want to start storing the polonium, I think, instead of just producing it in here. And then we can craft it all. Same with the waste. Just not yet. Well, I guess, realistically, I want to also be creating plutonium because we need a little bit of these pellets to make the SPS which makes us antimatter, which makes us like better storage and stuff, right? So where I'm going with this at least is we should make some plutonium gas so that we can just start storing it, right? So let's go isotopic, craft one of these, and I'll set this guy down. And what I might do is I kind of want to disconnect this guy here. So now this guy should start storing polonium, obviously during the daytime. That should be good. And then this guy will store plutonium. He should receive the stuff. I might have to, you know, set him up to actually import on the front. That should be fine. And then, I don't know, output. Where do we want to output? I don't really know. I don't know. I guess you can output at the back, output gas. And then what we should be able to do, maybe, I'm not entirely sure how these work, but we might be able to store stuff in here. What's this that we're missing? Lead. Really, we're missing lead. Can I? There we go. We can use that lead, I think. Oh, and we need a little bit more steel. That's what we can work on the steel. All right, steel is made. Boom, boom, boom. Radioactive waste barrel. Now these guys say on them, Shift N. It'll release the contents. Yep. Where did I read that it doesn't destroy whatchamacallit? The good stuff. I imagine it's probably in the quest book then. So where do we have waste barrels in here? Not that where did I read it somewhere, and I really don't know where I read it, but I do recall reading it. I do feel a little bit crazy, unless it's like in here somewhere. Where did I read that it doesn't decay the stuff? Like it clearly doesn't, because we've messed around with it in Allthemodium 7. But I really would love to know where I learned that from. Maybe it was the comments or something. Anyhow, we'll give this a shot. I'll place this guy down pretty much here, because you do need to pipe the stuff into it. We'll go pressurized tube. Put in our ultimate. Boom. Okay, so this guy's got 120 in him. As you can see, it's not going down, so we're good, right? That's the main thing. It's not going to decay. So this thing will store stuff, this thing will store stuff. Now, how much they store? Not infinite. That is the one sad part. If we go radioactive, one thing I don't know for sure is how exactly we go about, what am I trying to say here? I really don't know what I'm trying to say here. I don't know how we go about mass storage, right? In terms of, oh, I didn't even craft the thing. In terms of, can I do this? And do they share? They don't share. Which means I would have to pipe from one to the other, right? This guy is empty. I do not want to leak radiation at all. Arguably, I want to make a, like, hazmat suit or something pretty much pronto so that I can, I don't know, not die from when this inevitably does explode. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This guy obviously needs power. Yep, we'll grab him and end the gate. Now, there is another issue, which is obviously the question of what happens when these fill up. Because at the moment, that just means everything will start filling up, and that's bad. We do have a bit of a sketchy setup here. One of these is, when there's excess waste, it will turn off. Allegedly, that should work. So, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, we'll start storing polonium, we'll start storing plutonium, and I'm sure in the long run, this will benefit us. Okay, I'm sure. Okay, so, what's next? I'll tell you what. I'm not going to set up the, or do like all the automation for this stuff yet, but I want to set up the room to do it, right? I want to set up the potential to do it. So what I'm going to do is probably grab some sort of logs. Sure, we'll grab some mineral. Why not? We'll slap this stuff down here just so that we have like room to do, I don't know, some sort of pillaring. How far across do I want to get? Well, I guess the same on every side. That probably makes the most sense. And yeah, we'll go, how am I going to do this? I kind of want to place it right there, so I'm just gonna, and we'll have to move some stuff around, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Place that there. What do we, I mean, to be fair, you know what? We'll just put covers around it. All right, here we go. Mineral facades. Grab a bunch of these, and then we can place them around this guy to make it look like it's an actual block, and then that will save us. I don't know, moving things around. Because apparently that's worth it. It kind of is. I think it's pretty cool. So then I can... Oh, I put them away, didn't I? Nope, in there. Then I can place these down. And look at that. You wouldn't even know apart from the horrific shading on them. Thanks to our shaders. Which are, by the way, over-imagined shaders. Pressing all the wrong buttons. They're pretty much complementary. They're like an edit of them that add a few cool different features. Although actually, Complementary. I think this is the latest version. I think they updated. Complementary or, yeah. Or no, something reimagined. What's the reimagined? Complementary reimagined. I think there's a 1.3 or something. Let me have a look. Yeah, here we go. Complementary reimagined 1.3. These are all going to be like default settings, so I don't know how it'll look visually from the get-go without like, you know, all my blocky clouds and all that set up. But this is them. Oh yeah, they're on by default. So I'll tell you what, we'll mess around with them for a little while. Obviously, they're a little bit different. Oh, there's a lot going on here. My main thing with most of these is trying to find the emissive ores and having like all of them glow. For example, the main thing I really like, oh yeah, I like this as well. The main thing I'm a massive fan of is in, what should we call it? In Overimagined, it has the glowing emerald blocks. And when you make like a reactor or something, they're sometimes fun to like place in there. I think they look pretty cool. But I'll tell you what, we'll mess around with these shaders and I don't know, you guys can tell me what you think of them compared to what we had before. If you even notice the difference, because they are pretty similar. And then what do we want on the floor down here? Realistically, we could probably just do some mineral planks. They're not the ugliest things in the world. They're, you know, they're quite nice. Yeah, you know what? I think this looks pretty good. Okay, beautiful. We now have a wonderful platform under here that we can work with. Obviously, we've got the potential for expanding this platform over here, which, as you can potentially see, I'm pretty much just going to do. So we'll go ahead and start making some more of these stone bricks so that we can do that. We could use slabs, obviously, but, I mean, I don't know. Is there a point? Meh. Arguably, yes, but also, like, realistically, we should be able to smelt stuff fast enough. So if anything, it's more of a highlight of our slow smelting potential at the moment. Anyhow, down here, what are we going to do? To be honest, we need to bring over one of these smart cables. Probably one from over here because, for example, we don't have blue. Blue's like untapped. So we've got 32 potential channels that we can bring over, and I think we're going to do that. So we're going to need a bunch of dense cables. We'll make the smart ones because why not? They're pretty good. One thing I will say as well in here, being able to craft one stack as part of a refined storage, just like with a quick click, is pretty good. Like compared to the 100, because the 100 it's nice to click, but then it's like we've got extras left over when we're done crafting. I don't know. It's probably nitpicky at this point. Anyhow, how are we looking? A bunch of wool is being crafted out of string. I don't think we have string automated. We just have oh, actually, maybe. We might be getting spiders from the mob farm. I think we might be. Oh, another thing. This stuff. I was pronouncing it. So first time I was trying to pronounce it yttrium, right? Then I misread a comment and started pronouncing it lutrium. It's just yttrium. It's pronounced like an I, which sort of makes a lot more sense than any of the others I was doing. So yttrium. That makes sense. If you guys, if you guys come in the comments and you tell me that it starts with a B now, it's pronounced as a B, or like some other letter, too bad. Okay, we're done. I'll go back to calling it yttrium. Okay, I'll do it. Anyhow, enough empty threats. We're just gonna bring this all the way over here. We'll set up a P2P for the blue. Now, in terms of the P2P, we have this memory card, which I think is for the green, which I'll tell you what, I'm just going to fix it right now. I'm inspired to fix it, right? So what I'm going to do is we're going to quickly smelt up this stuff. We're going to make this a green dye. I'm going to shift right click on this guy to copy it, and we'll come over here and copy onto these with a right click. And I think that's pretty much what we want to do. And so they should still be working. And now it's green, which means realistically, we can even just store that in the system. Okay, because we know what it is. It's green. It's pretty self-explanatory. It works perfectly. So then we can go back to the memory card. I'm going to craft another one. We're going to want to make this one blue. Is that just normal blue? Yeah, it's just normal blue. And that should be pretty easy because... don't transform the yellow one. Transform that one. Blue memory card. We're going to copy this one. Beautiful. And so that'll be ready when... Well, I guess when we're ready. When you pick this up to clean it up a little bit. Over here, to be honest, I want to do the same thing. So this is going to be lime. And I just want to fix it. I just want to fix it because I should have done this before, but it was sort of like I couldn't be bothered. But now I can be bothered. So, you know, we got a little bit of a win. Lime dye. This guy becomes lime. Awesome. And then it's pretty easy to find where we need to put them because we've gone around and color-coded all the actual things. So, like, it's a lot easier than it possibly would be if we didn't put these extra color-coded cables on the ends over here. So I can just run through here, make sure everything's color-coded. And I believe that's everything. Everything here should be working, hopefully. Did I get this one over here? I might not have. Worst case, you can just right-click it, and if it's the wrong thing, I don't know, it'll just override it again, so it doesn't really matter too much. We can shove that back in the system. Over here, we have cyan, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll be good. And then we'll be like pretty well future-proofed here for the most part. So cyan, obviously we've reset this card, so we'll go you, please. And then we'll run through here, and we'll say, yep, you, and I'll do the rest. Okay, cool. So that's in the system, which means I can pick up you, and I can pick up you, and then everything's awesome. And then we can run over here and continue running our cables, which should be done awesome. So we can come under here, and we'll just bring this out pretty much as close as we can, because I imagine we're going to be using like all 32 here. So I'll tell you what, I'll just run them along this wall here. Just like that. We'll go the full way, or yeah, the full way. That should be pretty good. So where do we go from here? I'm going to go smart cables. We'll bring this out here. We'll bring this out here. We'll bring this out here. We will go P to P. Going to grab out these guys. We've obviously got the blue on us. And then how exactly, again, do we want to do this? Well, once again, we're not going to do all the patterns because that'll take a crazy amount of time. But what we're essentially going to do is these will be picked up. These will be placed under here, I guess like there, right? For example. So maybe I should run it around the back. We might do that. We'll see what we do. So that'll be there. Obviously, this cable is no longer sort of needed to the same extent, which means I probably could have just picked them up. It's fine. And then what these guys will do is they will all be going into barrels, right? So when I order the craft from here, it'll place the stuff into this barrel, and then I'm going to ship it up into the thing up here using a whatchamacallit, a pipe, right? So we'll do the same for this guy. If I can get up there to pick him up. No, I might have to go up top, but that'll be fine. So I want to get the general structure built so that we can easily expand this, right? So this guy will go over here. Did I place that as close as I could? We might as well start right at the walls. That'll probably make things a little bit easier, and we'll keep it like that. And yeah, I mean, it should be pretty straightforward. So we'll have the barrel here. That should be good. Realistically, we should have the barrels all fully set up and all the pipes fully set up. And I think in terms of future-proofing, at least, I think that'll be well worth it. So that I can just come down here and essentially just like place down the pattern providers. I think that's a good idea. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to find out at the very least. I think as well, can I dye the barrels? Why do I feel like that was something you could do? Oh, you know what? That would have been sophisticated barrels. Hold on. That would have been at sophisticated. And we can do it with the backpacks. It's fine. We'll leave it how it is. My main thing I'm thinking of is having them not connect. You know what I mean? So we've got what? 5 on the other side, 5 on this side, and then there's a gap of 5 in the middle. So I could do that and that. And then this middle part here, we can just place like some logs or something, right? Just to keep it separate. And that should be good. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. All right, but there we go. That looks nice. We put that up there, and so now we know not to, I guess, build stuff there. The rest of these will all be barrels, so I should be able to do this, which is pretty cool. That'll clearly speed things up quite a bit. All right, so we've got barrels set up. Awesome. Now on this side, it'll probably look ugly. Yeah, it'll probably look ugly. So the question is, do we want it to look ugly, or do we want it to not look ugly? Because we could work around it. It is possible. Or we just place a bunch of pipes. I don't know. We have a few options here. I'm tempted to do logic. And we might just do logic pipes. Purely because they're a little bit less laggy in my experience, especially like on these large scales. I know this isn't a massive scale, but it is. There will be a lot of extraction points here. So I guess in a certain extent it is pretty large. So I'd like to, I guess, avoid as much lag as I can. So we'll do a bunch of this. And then these guys will go up here, which means as well, I think this cable doesn't need to be attached. So I think we're good. I think I can disconnect all this. Yeah, and this cable can just run directly from here. I need a wrench. Beautiful. And then we'll do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Tell you what. Don't like the look of that. Not one bit. So we're probably going to move this stuff around because obviously we had it like symmetrical, whereas, I don't know, it kind of looks a little bit weird now. So I'm probably going to pick you up, pick you up, pick you up. You now need to be you, and you need to be you, and you're still set up. Awesome. Love to see it. You are going to be you, and you are going to receive you, and that should be good. I feel good about that. And then you can be boarded stone, and also you apparently. Both of you can be boarded stone. That makes sense. Okay, so we go back under here. Now it shouldn't look as weird because it should be the same on both sides. What we'll do next, we're going to need a lot of item interfaces. These guys might be a little bit tricky to make because I don't think we have a lot of this crystalline stuff, which means we need to run back to the base because usually we have this stuff cooking pretty much all the time in here. Yep, we can grab this stuff out and we can chuck in. I know we have some on us, but I want to do a full stack just so it's like fully prepared. And we'll make some more. Awesome. So I should be able to make some interfaces. In terms of how much we need, I'll just craft a stack. Yeah, it's fine. We've got plenty of the stuff. Hopefully. So we'll come over here, and what we want to do is place these on each and every one. I don't know of a way to do this automatically, like with a building gadget or anything, that works. Some of them let you place the cables, but they don't connect well, and you end up having to wrench them, so it's just worth doing it manually in my experience. So I guess be aware if you're doing this on a massive scale. Alright, so these interfaces allow all of these to access all of these, right? And by the way, we're going to have like pattern providers on all of them full of just recipes, so it's going to be pretty cool. We might need more, but for now, this is what the setup's going to be. And then on the sides of these guys, we are going to want exporters. So what these guys will do, where are they? Item exporters, is they are going to export items from their respective networks. So it'll extract from all those networks into there, and same over here. The next thing we'll need are variable cards. They just need to be blank, so we'll just make these blank variable cards. You don't need to know anything about them. All we need to know is we place them in export all items, and that's pretty much it. If you want, you can go over to item transfer rate and bump this up. Realistically, you probably don't need to because there's not a massive buffer on these machines. They're pretty slow, realistically, so this isn't... It's not really about mass crafting. More about the ability to craft a mass variety of options, right? So as opposed to like crafting really fast, it's more like crafting a lot of different types of things. And that is genuinely, that is it. Oh, so we should probably give it a test. If we hop in here and we search titanium, I thought we could craft titanium. Can we not? I'm trying to look for it because I thought we had, or maybe was it the, this stuff? No? Oh, you know what? I actually haven't connected these guys up. That probably makes the most sense. Also, do we have sound? I think we do. I can't hear any at the moment. Okay, I can hear it now. I'm no longer crazy. I do think I'm going to run this dense cable all the way back here. Just because I think it makes things a little bit easier. Now, realistically, we will probably just attach to the dense cable. We probably don't need to use the P2P, but we'll still do it. So what this is going to look like, I'm now realizing I'm not too sure the best way to do it. I think I just placed this guy here with like a cable on the side. And I think this will do the trick. Now, because of the way we've set this up, to make things easier, I probably want to use the blue cables. I don't know if dense cables can connect. No, see, they won't go in there. So we'll just use normal blue cables, like a blue cable there. And then I'll grab my blue, this guy, and right click on this. And now is this guy online? Network booting, device online. Awesome. So now we can connect more pattern providers if we so choose. Although I don't really want to do it just yet. I mean, we might do one just to make sure that it does connect. Network booting, device online. Awesome. The reason why I don't want to put them all is because I want to know like which one's full and place them as we go sort of thing so that we can, keep on track. But as you can see, it works perfectly. We will do another one here. In the future, I would imagine we're going to need to, what do you call it? I can't even think of what I'm trying to say. We'll need to probably use a different color as well, not just these blue ones. But at the moment, this looks to be working pretty fine. Let me put this stuff away. And so both of these are online, which means if we go back up here again, we should be able to try to craft one of these things. So the titanium, do we have that? Yeah. I would like to craft a titanium. This guy's offline. This guy's online. He's got the carbon. Worked perfectly. So now, if I go back into that same thing here and we search for carbon, no, what do we end up crafting? I don't even know. This stuff? Yeah, I really need like a crafting recipe in here. Oh, did we make sulfur? I swear. Huh. Huh. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. What do you make? What do you even do? Yeah, you're meant to make zirconium. Device online. And I should be able to search zirconium. Oh, there is a... Oh, okay. I couldn't see the little plus. It's in the... Didn't it used to be in the top right? I swear it used to be in the top right. Have they just wiggled it around? Did someone sneak in here and just like wiggle it into the top left? How'd that happen? Search, use UJ, click on, notify jobs, autocrafting. Yeah. How'd they do that? Alright, well anyway. I mean, it works. That's the main thing, right? So now we can put literally infinite recipes, or, you know, as many barrels as we have pattern providers. And we'll be able to autocraft all that stuff. And that seems pretty cool. In terms of getting down there, realistically, we could potentially do a cool thing. I don't know how steep we can make our stairs as to whether this will actually look good, but we can try. Yeah, I don't. Stairs. How steep do stairs go? Like if I were to place stairs here, does this end up working? Okay, the answer is not really. No, I mean like almost, you know what I mean, but not quite. I mean this almost works. Not quite, but it thinks about working, you know what I mean? Anyhow, let me finish off the stone bricks down here. I think that'll look pretty cool. And then, I don't know, then I think we're good. Did the frame things, I don't know, did they craft? Oh yeah, they did, okay. Alright, I'm cleaning up the bottom down here because I feel like we might as well at this point. It's gotten pretty messy. I think all of this I can pretty much dig up. And if there's any like pipes that go underneath, we can either just put them in the roof or like put a little floorboard. But there's not even any. So it's like, I don't know, we kind of just had this stuff down here for future proofing and then never really made use of it. So this place looks a little bit nicer now. I understand it's still just a floor, but it's kind of it's a nicer floor. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more cleaned up to say the least. So what's next? The dirt. Now the dirt, we currently have the stuff crafting. We've got about 5,000 dirt. That's up from what? None. So that's pretty good. That's genuinely really, really good. Over here in terms of the rate at which it's going, I mean, it's doing a pretty good job. I think if we wanted to, we might be able to push for a netherite upgrade. It's going to use a lot of power, but I want to see its speed because I haven't seen it before. So I genuinely want to see its speed. And arguably, to do that, we need to fix our smelting problem. Now, I think it's worth doing. I do think it's worth fixing our smelting issue. It might be a little bit annoying because I'm going to have to probably rip this up and like redesign this and move it somewhere else or do something about it. Because at the moment, it's pretty hideous to say the least. I don't know. I'm kind of overwhelmed having a go at it, like just thinking about it. I'm going to do this. We can provide enough power, which is cool. As you can see, we're able to do a stack at a time now, which is an incredible amount. If we go in here and open this up, we can see the rate at which we're crafting it. Well, I guess, yeah, it's crafting it, I guess, as it goes. Where am I meant to be looking? Dirt. Yeah. As you can see, we're already up to like 7,000. So it's pretty insane. The other crazy thing is, I can stack this stuff, can't I? No. Okay, upgrade count 1. Gotcha. This guy's using a lot of power. Is it taking any power out of here? It isn't. I mean, we're still good. We're still good in terms of power. That is genuinely quite crazy. Okay, I mean, we can leave it like that. Let it fill up to 100,000, then we're good for whenever we do that dirt. Okay, so yeah, the smelting. I was really trying to like find a way out of doing the smelting. I mean, like, what do I even do? I'll be honest, I think I just picked this up. Because realistically, the cooking, I don't even use it. The washing, I haven't used it once, I don't think. All we've done is use the smelting. In that case, we can take the easy way out. Let me show you what that is. The easy way out consists of buckets. 2 of them, or 3 of them, sure. Where we pick up this, break this. The fan's still pushing. It's still good. What we do next is we pick up this, we pick up this, we pick up this, we pick up this, pick up this, pick up that. Dig you. Fill you in. We're getting there. Fill you in. Don't know what your deal is. You could probably be replaced as well. You can be you. You can be you. Okay, cool. You, if I can pick you up. I can't? Okay, that's fine. I can pick you up like this. You, actually no, because I've got you on the back. Ooh, how do I do this then? How do I cover you up? I mean, we can do that, and then we can do this. I don't really know. I'll be real here. I'm not too sure what we're doing. I think, arguably, it's probably just better to grab some of this laid stone and do like, do this. This guy is going to be more depots. We're essentially converting this entire thing into a big, facility. A big smelting thing. So, andesite alloy, we'll have to grab some of that. Sure, 5 looks good. We'll have to get logs. I think they need to be stripped logs. I guess we'll find out. We're only going to want 2 of them. Yep, we got to strip them, and then we do this and this. Awesome. These guys are ready to go. Wonderful. Place these in with the other things to get depots. Wonderful. Slap them down like this. And now we have the ability to smelt 5. So it should be better, right? If we slap this here, it should blow and go into that hole. Awesome. So now all of this is for smelting. We can jump under here. What we're going to want to do next is, I guess we've got pipes on us. We're going to place these pipes like so. These guys we're going to want to extract as well. Realistically, we want this exact same pipe upgrade in all of them. I don't know how to copy and paste, which means it's kind of just not a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, the bulk blasting, I mean, it works. I just don't know how to do the good filtering. Because this filtering is just going to be, I don't want to have to recreate this. In terms of using pipe upgrades, if I were to grab another pipe upgrade, I don't think I can combine them. Like, I don't think, is that a thing? Can you like copy them? I know this clears it. Maybe if I clear it, will that then work? So this one's a cleared pipe upgrade. Oh, that does work. Oh, okay. So now we've copied it. And then I clear all of these. Yep. Okay, So now these are all clear. That one allegedly wasn't. We'll clear that one too. Okay, so these are all clear. And they go in with my one. And then we can take out this. And I put that in again. And then we have 5. And these 5 should all have exactly what they want. So I go boom, 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 boom. And if we open them, they all have the exact same filters. Cool. Awesome. Wonderful. That's pretty good. Nice. So just like that, we're good. This guy here has the speed upgrade, so he's wonderful. This guy will need something else. He'll need to be set to round robin. So he'll put stuff in there, then there, then there, then there, then there, and so on. He's got a good upgrade, so that'll be fine. And I believe we're good to go. So, what do? Well, we give it a test run. I search stone, and I say I would like another 1,000, thank you very much. And what we should see is, yeah, all of these light up, and all of them, well, they only have 1 on each. I mean, sure, I guess. How long does that take to smelt? Is that done? Is it doing it? And I'm just, like, not really seeing it? Because that's, like, I don't know. Is it worth it? Because, to be honest, this is still not better than just placing down a mechanism smelter. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be real with you. We're probably just going to do that. Because at this point, that seems infinitely better. Let's go smelt. And there should be an energized smelter. The other thing is there just an Allthemodium furnace? Yeah, there is. See, and this thing's, like, way better. Yeah, we're going to do this. Okay. Alright. Well, in that case, we've got our furnace. Let's, what is this? Honey generator. Heat thing. Machine writer. Interesting. What does the machine writer do? No aspects available. And writes machine configuration. Cool. Cool. What we're going to do is upgrade this to iron. And then, you guessed it, we're going to upgrade that to whatever it'll let me. So I guess silver. Sure. We're going to upgrade that to gold anyway, it looks like. Sure. Grab that, slap in there. And I'm going to do this all the way up until I can't do it. All of these furnaces get faster and faster and faster until they can no longer get faster. This guy needs hardened, or he just needs soul sand. Soul sand. Did we have a way to make that? How are we making soul sand? Sand, it looks like red sand. I don't know if normal sand works. Do we know? Sand in a in a barrel. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Okay. Well, we've got witch water. We happen to know the guy. He's over here somewhere. Yep, in here. Cool. There we go. He's, I think, just in the system. Soul sand. Yeah, cool. So you go there. The rest of this stuff we have, that's netherite furnace. Next up is Allthemodium. So we can go 1, 2, was it 3, 4? If not, it is now. There we go. Allthemodium furnace. Now, vibranium, we don't have. We didn't set up the drill for it. But we have Allthemodium. And before you ask, yes, the Allthemodium is pretty good. So we'll select this guy here. We're going to open the configuration. We are going to clear all by shift-clicking the middle. Then the bottom is going to be input and output. And we're going to do auto input and auto output. So it's all going to happen at the bottom. The next thing we need is an augment. I would like to get, I believe it is called the factory augment. It is this guy right here. It's going to cost us a piston. That's easily done. And then we have this guy. This furnace that has one slot and uses like coal will now, if I put this guy on, have 6 and he will use power. So I will search Ender. We'll grab our Ender gate, slap him on top, and this guy's now powered and he's good to go. And we can have auto split on, which means if I put a stack of something like oak logs, it'll split them up and smelt them that quickly, which, as you might have just seen, is pretty quick. It's pretty quick. It's pretty good at what it does. So what's next? Well, realistically, oh god, we're zipping around. We kind of need to. We'll zip up here. Realistically, I just pick this thing up and bring it with me. So we'll do that. We'll come over here. Yep, special delivery. All you can smelt buffet. And if I figure out the field of view change is pretty bad here, I believe I just slap it here, and then we hook it up. Now, where do we hook it up? This guy's only using 5 channels. The blue network is using, it's using 32. So yeah, so this guy's pretty locked and loaded at the moment. So to connect to this guy, we've probably got to figure out a different spot. What we might do, yeah, we might as well. I was gonna cheat. I'll be honest. I was gonna do something that I shouldn't do, but we should just do it properly. Listen, it's the way to do it. Let's go ahead and get our memory card. Grab this blank one. What color are we gonna use? Good question. In terms of the dyes, we do have black dye, so we can probably get this one set up. Black dye memory card, awesome. That means realistically for the dense cables, I will like a black dense cable, which is this guy here. It looks suspiciously like the normal cables, so be warned when using them, I guess. So this guy is gonna go over here. Oh, actually, yeah, how do we do this? I need normal black cables as well. Black cable. We want black smart cables. So we'll grab these out. I think it's started raining. If you can hear rain in the background, it's me. I did the rain. It was me. But we're going to place this guy here. That should be fine. Do we have these set up identically? Yeah, we pretty much do. So it'll go like this. These are black dense cables. They don't really look it. We'll do the controller. We'll set up all this stuff. It's pretty simple when you remember what to do. Oh, sky stone blocks. Okay. Let's craft like 10 of this. I don't remember what we needed to craft it, but okay, we got 10. And then how do you get sky stone blocks? You smelt them again. How do we not have... Why do we not have that recipe? Is that really what we need for the controller? Controller. Skystone block. Huh. Oh yeah, because the smelter's not set up. That makes sense, right? That adds up. So that guy will go there. He's allegedly done what he's meant to do. I think he's just placed it in here though. Yeah. There's our skystone. Put that in there. Grab the controller. We'll need a little bit of quartz fiber to power this guy. So we'll go quartz, fiber. We've got a few. I'll craft a few more. And while that's crafting, let's go controller here. Cool. He's angry. He's not happy. I need to place a P2P there. Now he's happy. He's jumping around, having the time of his life. The quartz fiber's at the top. Beautiful. Quartz fiber, how do we have this stuff set up? We essentially have it like this. And then we have a conduit going into the wall, right? Yeah, so we go fluix, we grab this, and this stuff goes across like this, assuming we have this as well, and like that. And then we're good. This guy, if we want to do the visuals like what we did before, we can, if we really want to, do that. That was English, trust me. All right, so this stuff's set up for the most part. Obviously, we'll have a different type of colored cable in the middle there. That's why that's sort of like empty and ready for something. But this guy's powered. He's ready to go. So we can grab our dense cables and bring them out, I guess, as far as we would like to go. Now, realistically, oddly enough, we want to go over here, so it's a little bit messy. We could move some stuff around. That's always an option. But what we're going to do instead is just branch off of the side of this guy. Yeah, probably using normal smart cables. So we'll grab the normal smart cables. These are normal, right? Yeah, these are normal. Everything's normal. So we'll bring this stuff over here. Bring it over to this spot right here. On top is going to be the P2P. This guy will go here. Wonderful. On top of him will be the black dense. Really hard to tell the difference. Really difficult. And then this guy we're just going to hit with the memory card. So you're going to be bam. Could not restore. Okay, but we're going to grab it from you. And then we're going to right click there. And that should be good. And then this guy just needs a connection. And he's good. Network booting. Device online. He's hooked up. This guy's carrying one channel. Bada bing, bada boom. Everything works. Wonderful. And the rest of this stuff can go away. And everything is well in the world. Alright, so what does this mean? Well, it means that our smeltery, or our furnace, should be functional. It should also mean that this guy under here is now empty. Yep, he appears to be. And we can give it a shot. So, did we just craft this, the stone? Did that end up happening? Or are we crafting it now? I'm going to cancel it and we'll do it again, just to make sure that it is working. So I'm going to ask for another 1,000 stone. We'll click start. And as you can see, pretty good. Pretty good. Arguably, the slow part is actually putting the stone in there, which is pretty crazy to think about. In order to fix that, we would have to increase the recipes here to be placing more things in one. So for example, more stone placed in at a time. As far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure that's what we'd have to do. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, like that's pretty good. If we open this guy back up, we can obviously watch the rate. We're pretty much done. In terms of our smelting rate, exponentially increased. This thing over here, pretty useless, to be honest. So yeah, the question of what do we do now? Nothing. We're done. But yeah, we've obviously got a lot of work to do. We have to build this massive dirt platform with all the dirt we're crafting. 24,000 we're up to. Pretty good progress. We can actually check in on this guy and see how he's keeping up in terms of, I guess, everything. Yeah, I thought this might be happening. We're actually out of something. We appear to be out of coarse dirt. What I might do is up this rate and tell him, hey, buddy. Why don't you craft 1,000 at a time, eh? Why don't you craft 1,000 at a time? Who's going to stop you? Who's going to stop you? No one. No one's going to stop you. So now he should be able to keep up. Because he should craft the whole thing at once. Like, he should, well, not the whole thing, but he should craft a crazy amount at once. Which he's doing. But I still don't think it's enough. Somehow it's still not enough. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, if we wanted to, we would need to either give this guy his own molecular assembler or even multiple molecular assemblers. Because I think, I don't want to claim this, but I think potentially, if you grab 2 molecular assemblers and just slap them onto the one machine, will it use both? Yeah, well, look, it's crafting both of them, using both of them. This guy doesn't have any speed upgrades, but in theory, he can. In theory, we can craft a bunch of this stuff. They're pretty cheap. We only need, what, 5 of them? So actually, it should be easily done. Let's craft 5. Wonderful. Chuck them in there. And now, as you can see, we can now craft the stuff a lot faster. Now, a few issues with this. One, of course, being, can we provide the amount of functions there? On this one specifically, no, we actually can't. So we actually will have to pick this guy up. But we can place him on the rest, at least one of them, because these guys, if you remember, they were only using actually 6, 6, 6, 7. Okay, no, he can go back there. He definitely can. But yeah, realistically, we would have a much more optimized structure here for these guys instead of having them all share the one crafter. It's fine. It's fine. The main thing is that we're crafting a bunch of dirt. That's the main thing. Bunch of dirt is being made. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now, one thing before we do end up building that dirt, how do I do it? How do we do it? Like, do we have an idea? Do we know what I should do to place all that dirt? Do I just go with the building gadget? Do I go with the building wand? Do I do like one circle around? Do we try and use a builder, if they're even in the pack? I've seen people use builders, to build before, but I've never actually done it, so we could give it a shot. Otherwise, I genuinely don't know. There is this building wand. I don't know what it does. I imagine it's like the normal building one, but yeah, like I'm not too sure. So I will be happy for suggestions. Because yeah, I want just like a big dirt area around. And I think that'll look pretty cool. But I think I'll wrap this episode up. I think we've done enough different things to get everything up and running. We did a bunch of small stuff, you know, fixing up that guy, fixing up our smelting, and I don't even remember what else we did. Yeah, I'm not too sure. We did the dirt. That was pretty quick and easy. So look, a bunch of small things, but I think they add up for something greater in the future. For example, this guy has a lot of potential. We just need to make the recipes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you're still enjoying it. I'm still having a lot of fun playing the mod pack, so hopefully that's still coming across in the videos. If I'm not, you'll pick up on it pretty quickly. You know, I'm pretty much, I wouldn't say hard on my sleeve, but listen, if it's boring, you're gonna get a really like angry version of me in these videos. It's happened before, but I've genuinely been having a really fun time here. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.